All right, hello. Today is Tuesday, December 7th. I'm going to go over what your writing assignment is for today. So by the time we're in third grade, we should be able to write a whole paragraph, as well as complete an opinion paragraph, a real narrative where you're telling a real story about your life through your writing, and then also an informative paragraph where you're using a nonfiction text to write more facts. So we are working on RACE, which stands for restate the question, answer the question, cite text evidence, and then we haven't gotten to the letter E yet, which is explain. You can see that restate has a green R and the A has is a pink and C is blue. So we will be using those colors, whether that be with highlighters, crayons, colored pencils, to kind of keep track of our writing and our stories that we're using to create our writing with. So you guys are going to click here today and watch this video. And then today's writing assignment is based off of this article. So this article is called Goose Migration, and I will read it to you. Have you ever seen a group of geese flying in a V shape? This is how they fly through the sky during the fall when they are migrating south to a warmer place. Flying a far distance can be hard and make birds tired. But in a V shape, a bird gets a lift of air that comes from the wings of the bird in front of it. Then they don't have to flap their wings as much, and their heartbeat is lower since they don't have to work as hard. That saves a lot of energy for the geese. In a V shape, the birds are also safer since they are able to see each other better. Then they can keep better track of each other, are less likely to collide, and are better able to communicate with each other. The V shape is the way to fly for geese. So here it says, why is flying in a V shape helpful for geese? And you're going to click right here to go to today's assignment, which is a Jamboard, and it looks like this. So here you have the same passage that we just read. And one of the things I'm going to have you guys do, so remember the letter R was green on our poster. So I am going to use a green pen. So we have a pen option, a marker option, a highlighter option, and a brush. I'm going to use the highlighter and make it green. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the parts of my question that I need to restate to make it a complete sentence. So flying in a V shape is helpful for geese because blank. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use my text box, and you can change your color of text. You can change how big it is. I'm going to make it display so it's nice and big. And I'm going to start writing. Flying in a V shape. I'm going to go back to my first page so I can remember. Flying in a V shape is helpful for geese because blank. Because blank. So now is the part where we need to answer. So when we answered, that's in pink. So I'm going to go back to my article and I'm going to be using, there's not necessarily a pink, so I'll use the red. And I want you to look through your story and find reasons why flying in a V shape is helpful for geese. So it says that flying in a V shape, they don't have to work as hard. It also says the birds are safer. So don't have to work as hard. Birds are safer. And they can better communicate with each other. So that's a couple reasons, a couple answers for why they fly in a V shape. So I would take those answers and I would come back over here and I would type it out. Then you're going to need another sentence where we're using blue, which is where we're citing. So we're citing information from our story. So we know that flying in a V shape, they don't have to flap their wings as much. We know that it saves energy. We know they can see each other better. And they can keep better track of each other. So all of these blues, I'm going to put into my own words and then type another sentence over here. So you should have, I would prefer 3 to 4 sentences in order for this writing to be turned in. If you have your writing this big, you're not going to have enough space. So I'm actually going to click the T right here for text box and click into it and highlight it. And I'm going to make it actually title so that it's smaller. And then I'm just going to you can make this bigger. And as you keep typing, your words will just get a little bit smaller. I hope that makes sense. And then when you come back over to your Canvas page, you're going to submit it. And that is your writing assignment for today. Please let me know if you guys have questions, and I look forward to reading your writing. Happy Tuesday.